We live in a world, this one, there are numerous viewpoints and ideas. Sadly, there are gatekeepers. Mrs. Wojcicki is one of those gatekeepers that people like Carlos Maza enjoy. So why was Miss Wojcicki interviewed by Vox? You know, the same far-left news, quote-unquote, organization that started the very Voxpocalypse. Yeah, why? Here's the interview from TechCrunch, because I'm not going to give Vox any clicks, because F Vox and their advertisers. You won't get my click. You see, Vox is a far-left ideological news organization. Let's be honest. They are. But even in this TechCrunch article, it's apparent that they're biased, as you can see, and I'll point out right here. YouTube Chief Executive Officer Susan Wojcicki is standing by the company's decision to allow conservative commentator Steven Crowder to remain on the platform. Her comments come one week after the investigation confirmed, look right here, the right-wing pundits' treatment of Vox host Carlos Maza was not in the violation of its policies, because it wasn't, despite Crowder's consistent, here we go, quote, consistent use of racist and homophobic slurs. But I got to understand that Carlos Maza used the same instances of racist and homophobic slurs on himself. So what? Crowder has more than 3.8 million subscribers. Probably 4 million by now. Thank God. So, I don't know if I want to read this whole thing, but I'm going to read a little bit. Quote, the challenge is when we get allegation like this, we take it very seriously. Uh-huh. Wojcicki told Recode's Peter Kafka, far left, these are both far left ideologues just stroking each other. Oh my God. At the Code conference in Scottsdale, Arizona on Monday. Quote, we need to enforce those policies consistently, because you don't. Because if we were to enforce them consistently, there would be millions of other people saying about this, what about this video, what about that video? Exactly. Rap videos, wink wink, nudge nudge. But I'm not calling for rap. I actually like some rap videos, so I don't want you to take them down. If you look at the content on the internet, you look at rap songs, late night talks. Exactly. And a lot of humor, you can find a lot of racial slurs or sexist comments. Bingo. If we were to take down every video, quote, ... Maza, a video producer and Vox's strike through, why don't they call Maza a far left pundit? Because he is a far left pundit. But of course, no, they don't. Notice how they don't say that. He just says, oh, Maza's just neutral here, apparently. But he's not. Of course, Maza took the last week to Twitter to accuse YouTube of allowing abuse, using homophobic slurs and bullying to run rampant on his platform. Quote, this has been going on for years, and I've tried to flag this shit on several occasions, he wrote, but YouTube is never going to actually enforce its policies. Crying for 30 minutes. And he continues, because Crowder has seen me and YouTube subscribers enforcing the rules and get them accused of any conservative bias. Because that's exactly what it is, you douchebag. Anyways, ultimately, YouTube suspended Crowder's channel's monetization, which he didn't need, or the ability for him to earn money by allowing ads on his videos, citing a pattern of egregious actions that harmed the broader community and against the YouTube partner program policies. I wanted to let you know, when they say harm the broader community, that's socialist and communistic talk and dog whistling right there, just so you know. Crowder also sells a range of merchandise, including t-shirts labeled "Socialism is for figs." Figs, not the other way around. YouTube, amid heightened criticism, also made changes to the hate speech policy, which basically anything that someone takes offense to is hate speech. That will see a removal of 1,000 videos advocating neo-Nazism, white supremacy, and other extremist ideologies. What about black supremacy? What about that? What about, there's many videos from the root that have black supremacist ideals, but they're not going to get removed, of course. Because that's just the way it is. Wojcicki said, these changes are amongst many others in the works that the company considers both stricter internal policies and external regulation. Oh God, here we go. Now she's sucking up to the LGBT community. Because that's what you have to do. Because if you don't, oh my God, those people are going to throw shoes and get pissed off. And you don't want them pissed off because things. Wojcicki issued a careful apology to the LGBT community. If she could do it again, she said she would have addressed the Crowder's monetization immediately. I know the decision we made was hurtful to the LGBT community, and it was not our intention at all. I thought it was really important to be upfront about that and say that was not our intention, that we're really sorry about it. This is where I would cue in that one South Park episode of the BP, CEO goes, "We're sorry. Oh, so sorry." Tiptoeing around Kafka's targeted questions, Wojcicki repeatedly explained the company was having a tough week and avoided providing direct responses to several pointed inquiries. Quote, "We are focused on having high-quality content." By the way, the high-quality content is from trusted organizations such as The Daily Show, such as Jimmy Fallon's show. Available, but we also want a broad range to enable lots of different points of view. She said, quote, "At any time that you have a bunch of creators or people are upset, it's difficult. This week it was unfortunate we managed to upset everybody. It is not an easy job, and it's a tough job that I'm encouraged by the fact that I hear so many good stories of people that have been blah, 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 whatever." And you can watch a Kafka's full interview with Wojcicki below. I mean, holy crap. This, I talked about organizations and companies having standards. This company that she runs, YouTube, she doesn't have any standards. You know what a standard is? It's a set sort of principles and guidelines. What she has is a revolving set of standards. You can't have that in an organization. So when you change the standards consistently and constantly over weeks at a time, that's not a standard. That's more of an ideology. Because ideologies change, kind of. And so she has a set of guidelines that just constantly change. So I don't even know what the terms of service are. Who knows what she's going to... And her far left-wing ideologues at YouTube decide what to change and what they're going to change, what they're going to implement. This video very well could be deemed as hate speech. But you got to understand, what did I say that was hateful in this speech? I mocked, Carlos Maza crying in his Twitter, his Twitter rant, and that's exactly what it was. It was a far left rant. It was like just him crying, whining about being making fun of me. And so what does Vox do? They have a red phone that goes directly to her office. It goes, "Ban Steven Crowder because he's making fun of me." Yes, Mr. Maza, we'll get right on that. And that's exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Mr. Maza, you see, Steven Crowder is smart, and he's got a lawyer that's smart as well. So they basically found what they asked numerous times. What are we in the terms of service? And they kept saying, "Yes, you're on the terms of service." Got it. And so they followed the terms of service right to the letter, and they couldn't get him because what? He just made some jokes about Carlos Maza. Big deal. Deal with it. Put those big boy pants on and go to work. But, and then so in doing this Voxpocalypse, what happened is that a lot of people got looped in, or got netted into this bullcrap. And so what happened? A lot of people who had a lot of channels that had nothing to do with this got taken down, demonetized, even apparently. I think Black Pigeon Speaks, his channel's back up, But for yesterday, which was June 13th, it was taken down for pretty much the whole day. So there again, a lot of people are getting roped into this that don't need to be roped into it. A lot of people are following the terms of service. And what happened? They get smacked down by far left news organizations funded by NBC to the tune of $200 million. Oh, that's Vox, by the way. And Vox, by the way, runs Recode. So, you know, let's be honest here. So, again, it is what it is. And I don't know what else I can say about this. It's just your typical standard, you know, Silicon Valley technocracy running everything. And like I said in my last video, try to do something that's not tied to Google or YouTube or Amazon or I don't know who else. Apple. Try that. Or Microsoft. There you go. I'm going to go play with that on the door right now. So yeah, try to do something like that. Just not going to happen.